Hello, my name is Joe McDonald and this is Big Mac's Battle Blogs. So, I just thought I'd make a video about something I've been pondering for a while, and that's about coming to volunteer in Ukraine. Now, I just want to make a little statement that this is just my opinions on the matter. I am in no way officially doing this on behalf of the Ukrainian government or any other regiment, military, or any other organisation in the UK. This is not a recruitment video, okay? It's not. But if you wanted to come to Ukraine, here's some thoughts of mine that might help you. Well, for one, it depends what you want to do. When I first came to Ukraine, the only role that was available was infantry, basically, and the sub-roles that go with infantry. And that's changed. Now, I would say that while, it's important we keep standards high, if you're fit enough to walk up, if you're fit enough to go for a good long bike ride or run 2 mile or, put a heavy bag on and walk up 10 flights of stairs and then stop for 5 minutes and do it again and stop for 5 minutes and do it again. If you can do all of that, then you're fit enough for the infantry over here. Maybe not fit enough for the absolute, top of the assault units or special forces, but you're fit enough. Because in actual raw war, all this running 10 miles and stuff, running is something you just will not do once you're in an actual war. You might need to run 25 metres, 50 metres here and there for cover. It's important that you're fit enough to do your job. It's important that you've got the physical resilience and the mental resilience to do long shifts and, be able to pay attention and all that. But yeah, at the end of the day, the standards that, say, the British Army or the American Army or whatever set for you being able to run long distances and stuff like that, it's just not very relevant to doing the job here. And yeah, so I'm going to move on from infantry now because, since, as I said, things have changed. At the start, when I came here, there was only the International Legion that you could join that was official, and then from that you could go into GER, which is basically like a special forces thing here. And that was the two official options. And then there was lots and lots and lots of militars, basically. You may have heard of some, like the Mozart Brigade. I don't think that's going anymore. The Norman Brigade, the Danish Foreign Legion, the Georgian Legion, all that kind of stuff. So these, most of these militars have now sort of have either collapsed in on themselves or they've become an official part of the Ukrainian military. But there's a lot more options than it used to be. So, in my opinion, if you've got a background in mortars or artillery of any sort, we need you. If you've got a background in air defence, of any sort, we need you. If you can drive a tank or an armoured car or operate the guns or do the maintenance, we need you. And, as I said with the fitness before, as long as you haven't got like a bad back and a bad knee and the sort of thing, if you couldn't go on a hiking holiday to Snowdon for 4 days, don't fucking come to Ukraine. If you can, if you're fit enough to, go out for a nice long hike with your son, come to Ukraine. Whether you're 40 or 50 or getting close to 60, we need you. We need guys who can operate equipment like tanks, an armoured car, and artillery, and maintain that equipment. We need people like that. The other thing is, if you haven't got any military background whatsoever, don't see that as a stop. If you join the infantry, there's training available. It might not be as comprehensive as you get, but, well, you'll learn on the job, But that's your choice. I'm not encouraging people directly in this video to come here and join the infantry with zero training. But lots of people have, and they've become good soldiers. Lots of Ukrainians had zero military experience at the start of this war, and now they're some of the best soldiers in the world. So yeah, but what we really need is guys with specialist skills, like tank drivers. If you spent 15 years in the British Army as part of a Challenger regiment, and you never really got to do much with it, well, guess what? Ukraine needs well-trained tankers. It needs well-trained air defence people. Now, the other thing is, are you interested? Have you ever been in the FPV scene? The remote controlled plane or FPV drone scene? Or have you got experience flying drones? We need you. Come, sign up. Bring some evidence that you are capable and competent in those things. Bring your drones with you, and you'll have a job. The pay's okay. When you're actually on the front line, you're on about $3,600 something like £3,100 a month. And yeah, it's a war. It's dangerous, but there's a job here for you. If you wanna come and fly FPV drones or Mavics or something and get paid for it and do it for Ukraine, then yeah, come. We need you. You don't have to be some absolute track star of a guy to do that job either. Again, you just need some basic levels of fitness. The main thing I would say for anyone who wants to come to Ukraine is come for the reason that you want to do a period of service to help Ukraine and therefore Europe and America and the free world as a whole. Don't come for your own selfish reasons. Don't come because you're seeking suicide by combat. We've had enough of them. And it's a very, very slow way to kill yourself. You'll have to do an awful lot of sitting around being bored first. Come to Ukraine. If you've got patience, come to Ukraine, because things are going to take longer than you want. And it's going to be frustrating at time, If you've got it within yourself to make a commitment of a year or two, then you should come to Ukraine. If you think you can just come here and get an easy kill and then go home, and use the fact you've now got PTSD to be an absolute bastard to everyone in your personal life, don't come to Ukraine. But yeah, there's loads of good reasons to come to Ukraine, and there's more opportunities than there was originally with the diversification of skill. Like I said, anti-air, artillery, armour, all those roles are very much open. And I'd say if any of you are thinking about it, if you're not going and doing some basic exercise, and you haven't got Duolingo on your phone or some other language app, and you're not making as much effort as you can to learn Ukrainian and Russian, because communication is absolutely key, and you haven't bothered to get Google Translate on your phone and download English and Ukrainian so it'll work offline. If you haven't done those things, get the idea out your head. Okay. One more thing. If you do come to Ukraine, this is one of the main recruitment hubs are Lviv, Ternopil and Kiev. Okay. If you go there and you ask a few guys in uniform where you go to sign up, you'll find out where to go to sign up. But here's a thing that is going to happen to you. And it's happened to me. And it's happened to every other volunteer in Ukraine. You'll form a little group. You'll meet some people. And there'll be a guy who you're impressed with in some way. He'll apparently have a lot of experience. And they're forming a group to go to this unit. And it's better. Things are better there than the other units. And you're going to get to join this unit. And you're gonna have really good missions, and there's gonna be it's gonna be high kills, low deaths, no boring OP work, special forces missions only. The really, really good ones where you get to shoot loads of people and none of your guys are gonna die. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, and it's a reoccurring hallucination that happens with volunteers in Ukraine. This grass is always greener hallucination is very much a reoccurring thing here. So when you do get here and you hear some guy and apparently he's in with the officers and he's gonna turn up at this unit that you're going to, he's the sheriff and you're his posse and you're just gonna fix all the problems and you're just gonna be rock stars. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. People might believe it, but it's bullshit. Okay, so don't let yourself get sucked into that. Learn some Ukrainian, get yourself sent to a unit with as few foreigners as possible, in my opinion, and just get your head down, do your job, do your service, you know. Anyway, bit of a rambly one. I could probably do with like writing scripts for these things, but I just don't have the time. I try and make these videos when I'm not so exhausted I feel like shit. But anyway, it's goodbye from me, Joe McDonald at Big Mac's Battle Blogs, and as always, to our Russian and Vatnik listeners, Idi Nahoy za Lupa.